Anything about last week?
The game in particular?
This week, Lock Haven is not a very good football team. They may be saying the same thing about us, but I think they do a real good job of trying to promote the people that they have. They are the most simple defense we've seen. They're not out of position very often. Offensively, they have left an unusual power offense where power was run as many as 20 times in a game, and they would run it with 6 offensive linemen, sometimes unbalanced with 2 guys on one side. And in my career, I've only seen them do this. There were times where they had 6 linemen on one side of the center and 1 on the back side, and they pulled him to the other side. So they tried to get you into a lot of situations where you just had to adjust. It was a terrible, painstaking defensive adjustment period. Now they've gone to the popular spread, and they are not running the ball very well. They're rushing for 9.2 yards per game. They're putting it up, and they're in a lot of empty. They're in some. It's either one back or empty, and they're throwing it around a lot, and they do a nice job with it. They just have a hard time getting. They don't have a lot of speed to get downfield, so they try to nickel and dime you, and they've really gotten better. They've moved the ball better against the last 2 teams they faced, Edinburgh and California. But they've played a heck of a schedule. I mean, they've had Westchester, Ship, Clarion, Mercyhurst, Edinburgh, California. So they've had some tough sledding there. Captains for Lock Haven, special teams are Quasi, Owusu Onsa, Anthony DePasquale on offense, and Nate George on defense. And the character quality introduced by Mike Campolo this week was being truthful.
What's your quarterback situation today?
Pat Smith, Andrew, hasn't taken a snap in 2 weeks, and so we'll see today what he's like in practice. But I think it'd be very unlikely that Andrew would play this week, and I don't know about the future. I just don't know. I mean, it could be 2 weeks. It could be the season. I don't know.
Coach, your thought on Pat's progress through 2 games?
I think he played better than any of us expected against Cal, and in the first drive that we had offensively, our first touchdown drive, I thought, wow, this kid is a prodigy. I mean, he hit the slant right in the numbers. He ran the bootleg and got it to Nate Morrow. He was 3 for 3. And then on the sprint pass, I mean, he handled it like a veteran. I mean, he sprinted the corner. He was going to run, and 2 guys came up, and he just effortlessly tossed it in the end zone. And I really thought with the running game that we could have, that we could score a lot of points. But after that, it broke down for him, and I don't think that's unusual. I don't think he's behind schedule. It's a second game starting, and hopefully with each start he'll gain confidence and he'll get better at what he does. His footwork was really out of sync. He was, he had that same slant 2 other times and didn't come close to it because it's a 3-step drop throw. He took 5 steps. Well, by the time he took 5 steps, the corner's breaking on on the slant, and he couldn't get rid of it. So they're technical things, and we just have to be really careful about how much we do, and that we rep and practice what we're to do in games. But he's a quarterback that in high school was always on the move, and he really feels good on the move. And in the pocket, he's on the move before he has to be on the move sometimes. He needs to sit in the pocket, trust the people around him, trust his footwork, and throw with confidence. And I think that's going to come, and it's going to really help him that he's going through this now for the spring. But right now it's an issue for us, and we just got to hope that he continues to progress. But we're not disappointed with Pat. It's just.
Do you want to give him more plays when he's moving out of the pocket just to make him a little more comfortable in the game?
We have some more in for him. In fact, we did more bootlegs, more sprints, but we've got to teach him to be a pocket passer.